It just looks like a war zone out there.
A strong tornado ripped through the heart of Ruston just before 2 a.m. Thursday, leaving a trail of devastation behind it. Residents were nervously waiting as the unwelcome guest made its way through their city.
And then it got quiet for a second, and then it sounded like a freight train coming through.
And not just destructive, but also deadly, taking the lives of a mother and her son. Once the sun came up, the reality of the total loss became much heavier. So far, it appears the damage roughly started near South Maple Street, continuing through Louisiana Tech and up through downtown Ruston, eventually crossing I-20 where the visible damage tapered off. Healing has begun just hours after the tornado struck as Ruston begins to pick up the pieces. Now residents and business owners alike are feeling a wide range of emotions, everything from shock to disbelief to amazement that a tornado hit this close to city limits.
I was just amazed because I didn't realize it was going to be this bad.
But I had no idea it was this devastating. Parish Press, my coffee shop, it got devastated.
Now that skies are clearing and calmer weather is on the horizon, Ruston can start to move forward, one piece at a time.
We're going to pack up everything, try to get everything that we can and move it to the Jonesboro location.
And they're getting help from those who serve and protect, some even from miles away.
We're going to be kind of helping out with those, cleanup, recovery, anything like that. If you need us, call us. We have a lot of troopers here. We have some more people on the way. The sheriff's office is here. There were some deputies from Arkansas that came down to help. So we have a lot of people here.
Because in the blink of an eye, lives can be changed forever.
Until you in the tornado, you always think that it's going to be a very quick, very long, and very scary. But in fact, it comes by quickly, but the destruction is like that.
While fair, Richland Parish is known around the U.S. for the cotton it produces. Decades ago, there was literally a gin on every corner. Hard times closed them up, but now the white gold is slowly making a comeback thanks to a variety of different reasons. Rayville Producers Incorporated is the only cotton gin in northeast Louisiana. Producing 65 to 70 bales an hour, the gin has its hands full processing this year's yield.
And we bring in the raw materials, the raw cotton that they pick out in the fields. We're ginning the lint actually grows out of the seed. We cut the lint off of the seed. We clean the lint and bale it into a package that farmer can sell.
Although cotton had a rough start, the season yielded one of the best crops in a while, and Mother Nature can largely be credited for that.
We got the plant matured pretty early because of the heat units we had. We didn't have rain to rot the bolls in the bottom, so we've got a healthy bottom crop, and I think that's a big contributing factor to the above average yields this year.
In addition to seeing more cotton crops in general due to low soybean and corn prices.
We're looking to gin somewhere in the total area of 125,000 bales.
Now, once they hit that magic number, it'll be the most bales ginned by a single gin in Louisiana's history. And they're not only doing that, but they're also providing a lot of economic opportunity both on and off the property. As cotton continues to make a comeback in Richland Parish, not only will the gin become more efficient, more cotton being produced means more money for the community.
It's extremely encouraging now to see that cotton is returning to northeast Louisiana and to Richland Parish. The economic multiplier for cotton is about 7.5 to 9, so every dollar that's produced is 9 more dollars that get spread throughout the community.
Expecting to gin cotton clear into next year, and if the expected economic turnout happens, they could potentially be able to put another gin press in, increasing production to 140 to 150,000 bales next year. Live in the studio, Brian Briggs, Fox 14 News. There is a hole and heaviness left behind for one family in Monroe as their son, grandson, and boyfriend was gunned down. Today, they told me what happened that night and that things need to change. Silence on a street after a weekend filled with gunshots. This past weekend, multiple shootings occurred in Monroe on South 4th Street and Elm Street, claiming the life of a 16-year-old and leaving a 10-year-old in critical condition.
His brother called me off his page, told me he got shot. And I came over here and he was laying in the grass. He wasn't moving, saying that he couldn't do nothing.
Family has confirmed the identity of the 16-year-old as Jaquarius or Quez.
And I really do hope to God, when they do catch them, I hope they have life in prison because they didn't have to do him like that. They really didn't have to do him like that because he didn't bother nobody, because I know that he was a good child.
Lost and distraught after a young life was taken too soon.
Come out here and just see my grandchild laying on that ground like that, and that's all.
But his family is not the only one reeling from the violence. David Collins lost his mom to a shooting over 2 years ago.
I done went through it before. It's a pain that you'll never get rid of. It's a pain that'll never leave, for real.
And in this time of loss, they only want answers and change.
There's too much going on in the neighborhood. I don't know what's going on, for real. It's senseless. It's real senseless. I don't know what's going on.
They know who did it because it just happened all too quick. It happened too quick. We was just right with him.
If y'all have any information on what happened to these people, y'all need to come forward. Give these people some closure, because I want closure for my mama.
Now, police are also looking for a suspect involved with the shooting on South 5th Street. This one happened 2 weeks ago. Police need your help identifying this man. They don't know his name, but they believe he is driving a maroon Pontiac Grand Prix. If you have any information on this shooting or any of the others we've told you about, please call Monroe Police. Live in the studio, Brian Briggs, NBC 10, your local news leader. Well, Michelle, an investigation is being launched into just what exactly happened at Queen's Nail Salon Saturday. And residents of Winsboro say this isn't the first incident like this to happen here.
If you ever disrespect any of the women, I'm going to whoop your.
With over 100,000 views on social media, one Winsboro father is going viral in a video posted over the weekend after what was supposed to be a day of fun for his daughter, getting her nails done for her cheerleading event. His reaction was then recorded shortly after hearing about what happened to her, after her mom brought her home in tears.
He was being rough, you know, or I wouldn't say anything. She started to cry because naturally she's 10 years old and he scared her. And so I said, don't yell at my baby. Tell me what you want to tell her and I'll tell her. And so he did it again.
So being a father, you know, I got in my vehicle and I went up there to talk to him. I just did what any father would do, you know.
While Winsboro police were called, they did not arrest White. The incident has left the family upset, wanting to know why.
Even though Ms. Wallace has filed a complaint, we have to look at both sides. We have to look at Ms. Wallace's opinion about what happened. I did talk to Mr. Lee, his wife, and his daughter as an interpreter.
With this being said, customers outside the family have also experienced similar problems.
And I told him that I was a diabetic and he cut my feet. So when he got smart with me, I got smart back with him. But I know if I had jumped on, they were going to lock me up. So I quit going.
You know, I would apologize to him from the way I came into his shop. But I would like for him to also know that your customers is your business. And this is how you make a living, is through your customers. So you should always be kind and courteous and nice to your customers.
Now at this time, Queen's Nail Salon has declined to personally comment to KTVE, but the family tells me that they have sent an apology to them. Live in the studio, Brian Briggs, NBC 10, your local news leader.
Literally, I'm talking to them, they was like, let's do the jig. We had a person recording with their phone, and I didn't even know they uploaded it on Facebook, and so when I got it, I shared it, and it went crazy.
He's clearly not afraid to bust a bad guy or a move. One officer is taking to the streets to break it down with kids across Rayville and the Arklamis. So, who is he?
I'm Officer Johnson. I work with the Rayville City Police Department.
The 24-year-old Winsboro native has been an officer for the past 5 years, 3 of those years with the Rayville PD. He got into his career at the early age of 17, taking it further by majoring in criminal justice at Southern University. Now he's dedicating his life to serving and mentoring the community, specifically children.
That I don't have to meet you when something is bad all the time. I can meet you and we can have great interactions. We can talk about positivity, you know. So I give them two sides to look at law enforcement.
Fun fact, Officer Johnson has been fascinated with both dancing and police work from a very early age, and now he's using both of those passions to teach and inspire kids, not only here in Rayville, but as many as he can meet. Offering these kids guidance, something he says he didn't have when he was in their shoes.
My father's incarcerated, so that's my drive and that's my motivation to stick with it. It was tough getting in at a young age, especially with the peer pressure. But that's what motivated me, and that's what gave me the drive to do it. And I didn't have anybody to look up to that had a badge on, so I wanted to be that difference.
In Rayville, Brian Briggs, Fox 14 News.